He actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
See, it's a cold world that we living in, y'all. Bad enough you got Diddy around here passing out herpes, but you have inmates who are in prison who knows that they're HIV positive or they have full-blown AIDS, and they have made a pact. When they get out, they're going to infect as many people as possible. See, this is why a lot of y'all that been going to them Diddy parties, man, like TD cakes and all them, man, y'all need to go get yourself checked. Or better yet, I bet y'all using that medication that keeps you under.
Here it is, the first videos of Diddy in prison.
Here we go again. Diddy has just been placed on watch in the New York prison, which has seen multiple deaths in recent years. One through stabbing and numerous through...
Diddy just got caught with homemade alcohol in his jail cell. A couple weeks ago, he told the judge that this is his first time being sober in 25 years.
Patriots, the news just in is that the diddler was attacked with a knife.
Say what now? Not Diddy crashing out in jail after his private medical records got leaked all over the internet. Word on the street is he caught himself an STD in prison from allegedly messing with infected inmates. Apparently, he even has a special boy toy in there who he refers to as his wife. And baby, according to the inmates who have been speaking to TMZ, Diddy and his man-wife have been getting really nasty in there every other night. If y'all thought that prison was going to stop the freak-offs, then you thought wrong. If anything, he's having the time of his life with all these men. Okay, so these STD infection rumors began during Diddy's trial when people noticed that he looked visibly skinnier. And at first, people thought it was because he was stressed out about the outcome of the trial. But it wasn't long before allegations about a possible STD started circulating.
Diddy been going through it in there. This man done aged more in 6 months than he done aged every year he's been outside. I get it, jail is stressful. But damn, you look ready to fall.
He got old real fast. He went to jail, was jet black. Like mine, and the next day he was like a full... All I saw from was the raccoon pictures from the courtroom. When they drove him, it was looked like a raccoon. That's it. Like I was like, when did this hit? When did this happen?
Anyway, as I said, it didn't take long for people to start linking his new look to an alleged STD he caught in prison. The claims became more serious when Jaguar Wright also joined in. She went off on him for spending all his money to set up freak-off parties when there are more pressing issues in the black community he could have been using all that money for.
I'm just curious, what he done?
Damn.
Shout out to Magic Johnson, a real black billionaire who wasn't all freaked off, who actually made business, bank exchange, created dollars in real black neighborhoods so real black families could have that opportunity just like everybody else.
Now, while Jaguar was busy going off, the interviewer tried to be sneaky by mentioning Magic's HIV diagnosis like it had anything to do with anything. And of course, Jaguar didn't hesitate to call him out. She said, at least Magic admitted to it and used it as an opportunity to teach the world about the illness, unlike Diddy, who is still hiding it from everyone. She was basically implying that Diddy was in fact infected with STDs. Oh, but Jaguar wasn't done there. She said even aside from the diddler, there were 20 other people in the industry who allegedly have the disease that she can name drop, and they wouldn't be able to sue her because it's true and their medical records can prove it.
He actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You wanna know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? Gee.
But here's the tea, though. People didn't need her to say any names because they already had a few people in mind. The first person on that list was Usher. It's been alleged for a while that Usher has an STD and that it was passed to him by Diddy. When Usher was 14, he was staying with Diddy. And I'm sure most of you already know that nothing appropriate happened in that place. Usher actually confessed to witnessing and participating in adult activities. Diddy was also caught making a mistake on camera when he seemingly admitted to sharing the same bed with 14-year-old Usher every single night. And with Diddy's history of SA, I don't think I need to explain to you why his sleeping in the same bed with Usher is a big waving red flag.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was
So no parents were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 in the morning with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
This is my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just how, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flake.
Now, when it comes to him supposedly giving Usher an STD, those stories began when an email from one of the people publishing Kim Porter's book got leaked online. In the email, he was discussing how Kim shared in the book that Diddy supposedly pressured Usher into being intimate with him and ended up passing him an STD. The email read, "Some of the things in the book cover Diddy's gay relationships, footage of those encounters, the men he slept with STDs, Diddy giving Usher an STD, and the explosive encounter between Diddy and Usher's mom." To make things even worse, Usher was taken to court by a woman back in 2017 for supposedly giving her herpes. Based on her claims, Usher exposed her to herpes while they were together, and that he never informed her he had been diagnosed with herpes in 2009. She says she tested positive after having symptoms and seeing online news about Usher's supposed diagnosis. And naturally, a lot of people think Diddy probably passed him the herpes when he was a child. But here's where the rumors get even crazier, y'all. So, according to the streets, this alleged STD that Diddy caught has led to his manhood not working properly. Apparently, this is why he was so heavily dependent on his infamous pink right before any freak-off session. In fact, on the day Diddy was arrested, he was getting ready for another freak-off and his well-known pink was among the items discovered in his hotel room along with baby oil bottles and lubricant. Based on what Jaguar said, the pink has a street name called 2C, and it's a combination of various powerful including ketamine, snow powder, and Viagra. Ketamine is actually an animal tranquilizer that helps you feel calm, while the snow powder helps you stay awake all night without getting exhausted. But here's the catch. Even though snow powder helps you stay alert, it makes it really hard for people to become physically aroused. And that's where the Viagra enters the picture. It helps whoever uses it to become aroused even when they're not feeling it. So instead of the people at Diddy's freak-off parties taking all these different one by one, they now mix them all into this single called the Pink Coke. Without the Pink Coke, the party can't happen.
Has to bring across.
Wait, the 2C.
Yeah, the 2C. That's what they call.
I found out. I talked to my guy because I wanted to be informed. Because people was calling it 2C, that's calling it the Tunchi. I didn't know which one it was. So I talked to my and my filled me in. And then it made perfect sense. 2C.
Talk to him.
With Jaguar.
Let's talk.
Education.
101.
So 2C is the but they take the ketamine and cook it up. I've been saying it.
Yeah.
How many times I got some these is wild. Young Miami can take all that pressure. She on the 2C.
All this information was recently also backed up by Diddy's former top personal assistant, Phil, who said Diddy required there to be pink and sedatives available at all times because the freak-offs happened without warning. Phil said at one point he feared for his safety because he would be the one going out to get these for Diddy. And when he couldn't find them, Diddy would become aggressive.
List of items that needed to be with us at all times. You know, we'd have their joints on us. We would have the mushrooms on us. We had a kind of a Diddy pack is what they would call it. and we would keep a satchel on us, and that's what we would have in that satchel. Referred to me as Wild King Nights. And what a Wild King Night was when him and a guest or guest would go to a hotel room or be at his home, his bedroom, and they would have intimate gatherings. I would have to go and prep that hotel room, which consisted of baby oil, Astroglide, candles, incense, liquor, lights, tons of toiletries, businessman who rise to the top because he was such a powerful and smart, educated man. I had no idea that he had this other side to him. And when I started to get exposed to his lifestyle, I started to really realize, like, this guy has an addiction. It's not just, once every few weeks, it's every day, every hour.
Hey, yo, Phil, can y'all come straighten it up over here? Not looking luxurious.
Initially, when you walk in, you have to start to clean up the mess and the wreckage that's left from the room. And that's the alcohol that's halfway open. Some bottles are cracked, glasses are cracked. There's baby oil everywhere on the floors in the bathroom. There's lube everywhere, half open, some of it oozing off the sides. And you have to get all that stuff, clean it up. Luckily, I would wear even a mask and I would wear gloves because it was disgusting.
And let's not forget that Cassie shared in court that she developed so many infections from the free coughs that eventually her medications stopped being effective. If Cassie was getting infections, then it makes sense that Diddy caught some as well, especially since he continued having free coughs even after Cassie broke up with him. As usual, people had their thoughts, like this person who said he's a safety risk for all his victims and all who spoke out against him, and a health risk for having HIV when let out due to his sexual lifestyle. Another person said his lifestyle caught up with him, and he did go in there with that. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Diddy allegedly getting infected in prison? And do you really think the rumors about him having a man-wife in prison are true? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.